Alright, so this tutorial is going to be um, the eyeballs that I made. I made Horrific Hannah, who is actually in my shop. I got it really close, but this is the eyeball I made, and I used it to make a Halloween head. And you can find her in my shop if you're interested. A little bit gory. It's probably not for everybody. But I'm going to show you how I made it. So, what I used, I bought these little craft foam balls. And you can get them in different sizes. This one actually, they're all the same size. However, I got one bigger ball in there, which is this one. And I actually like this size. But all the rest are smaller. But anyway, so you take that styrofoam ball, and then I use a long pointy toothpick. Just poke a hole in it like that. I have some foam clay. You can use any kind of little clay thing just to stick your toothpick in, but I put it in this little container. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to paint it white. Even though the styrofoam ball is white, you need to have the base paint on here. So I've already painted that one white. I'm just gonna paint this one. We'll do two eyeballs, doing two different colors. And when I posted a picture of these eyeballs, I got some good ideas, because I'm like, I don't know what to do with them. That was before I made Horrific Hannah. But some good ideas, so we'll see what I end up making with these ones. Well, I do know what I'm going to do with this one. I have a head prepped and ready to go. I'm going to have this eyeball inside of her mouth. I know it sounds weird, but hey, I'm creepy holiday stuff. I like weird, dark, creepy things. So that's going in the head's mouth. That is my next head that I will be working on. Okay, so for this head, let's see, we're going to use some blue, a little bit of yellow, some honey brown, and then of course we need some black, and then we have our white. We also need a little bit of gray, and we're going to need some red. Okay, so these are all the colors that I used to make the eyeballs. Okay, to make this eyeball and Hannah's eyeball. We're going to do the same thing. Alright, so let me just do a really quick shake. I'm going to open so they're ready to go. And if you do come upon my video, I really would appreciate it if you would like and share. That'll help get the algorithm going. Or if you have some friends you think might be interested in this kind of stuff, tag them in the comments. Okay. Just getting them all open so I don't have to do it later. And it doesn't take very long to make the eyeballs. And there's a lot of fun things you can do with them. Alright, so you'll want a little round brush and then a little liner brush too. We're going to start with a round brush. And we are going to start with this one because this one's already dry. So I'm going to take some of my blue. I'm going to wet my brush. Hold on, let me get my water over here. So I want it damp, but not like dripping terribly. All right, we're gonna start right here on top. And I'm just gonna dab my iris. And careful, you don't want to go too big with it. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? So that I can kind of layer my paint. Hi, Irene. Happy Sunday to you. I hope it's going well. Nice relaxing day for you. While this one is drying a little bit, I'm going to do a green eye. So we're going to dab some green. I really can't wait to make the head where I put that big eyeball in her mouth. I hope it looks creepy. I'm going for a really creepy look. Okay, so we're going to do a green eye and a blue eye. I think we could go a little bit wider. Getting around. All right, now we're going to take the tan and we're going to dab some tan in the middle. You know, eyes are full of so many different colors. Doing this in real time doesn't give me a lot of chance for the eyeball to dry. Let's do some tan in the middle of this one. Let's take a tad bit of yellow just right around the brown. You got to trust the process. I know it's kind of like, oh, it doesn't look good. Just trust it. Just trust. Hold on. It's my husband. I should have told him I'm on live. Let me tell him I'm on live really quick so that he... 1 second. On Facebook Live. There. So he'll know why I ignored his call. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit more of this tan in the middle. Look over here. Hi, Lisa. Happy Sunday to you. Hope you're having a fabulous day. I was just showing how I made the eyeball when I created Horrific Hannah. And also my next head that hopefully I'm going to start today. I'm going to use this eyeball to put in the lady's mouth. So hopefully that turns out pretty creepy. Hope so. Okay, I'll add a little bit of yellow into this color. His eyes have so many colors in them if you really look. A lot of colors. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add my pupil. going to take my liner. I'm going to dampen it. Get a little bit of black. And I want a little more damp. Oh, wow. It's actually coming out darker than what I want. I wanted it more like that. We're going to grab some white. Just a few little lines in there. Oh, I didn't grab some of the black. Hold on. Make little lines in there. Dang it. I messed up. Messed up a little bit. Right there, but that's okay. Hello, Ronald. It's my husband. He's in the chat. Thank you, Lisa. I love making them. They're fun. They are a lot of fun. Put a few little white lines in here. I'm going to get a little bit more brown and then just a tad of the blue. So let's sit for a minute. Let's come over here. Let's do a little more brown. Make sure you like and share and help the algorithm. If you would, I'd appreciate it. My algorithm kind of sucks. This eye's going to be a little deeper, as you can tell. Just using a sponge to kind of blend it. Okay, now we're going to come in with the black for the pupil. Doing a few little lines in the black. want it more watered down black to go around. Okay, now I'm going to grab some white. I'm just going to kind of dab it. Just dab. Okay. Give that a second. Just give it a second. Okay, now let's come back and let's do like a little highlight there. Like right here. A little more here. Okay. Then, where is my little sponge thingy? I want to get some gray. That was weird. Get some gray. Get some water on my sponge. And get some gray. And add a little white so it's not too much gray. But you know how people's eyeballs, some have bluish tint and grayish, reddish. We're just gonna make it not like perfectly white. And don't worry if you get white on the outline. We're gonna go over that. Okay, now also with a little bit of water, get your red. Some water in there. My sponge. Let me use this one. We're going to start on the bottom. Now, because I like creepy, we're going for bloodshot eyeball. Okay, so we're going to make it nice and bloodshot. It's blending right up into that gray. If you get too much, just grab some water. But if there's an area that has too much, it's okay because it's a bloodshot eye. It'll look cool. See, we're just dabbing. Let's add a little bit more red in there. Okay, let that one dry for a sec. Thank you for all the hearts and the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I really do. Now we're going to go back to the gray. A little bit of water. And we're just going to get a gray tint you get too much gray, just go in with some water. Make sure your eyeball is on there good. Spin it around. Oh, eyeball's coming off. I need some more red. Then we're gonna also, to add to this bloodshot look, we are going to be making veins to add to it, which looks pretty cool. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to take the other one. We're going to get some black eyeshadow and a really short, firm eyeshadow brush. And we're going to go, let me hold it so sorry, I got fat fingers. Try not to hide it. I'm going all around the outline. Okay. Take this one. You can see the eyeball start to come to life. I think it's dry. And we're going to go around. I gotta try to find a skeleton hand. I might even have some in my Halloween stuff because I have an idea for these eyeballs with that as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull in a little bit here. I gotta do highlight on that one too. Okay. All right. For this eyeball, we're going to go in and just kind of do a little like that. Then do a few little lines here. Okay. Now what comes next? Let me put this away. Makeup. We are going to make our veins. So we're going to get some water and we're going to get some red paint. Okay. Where is my, okay, now we're going to glaze over this top part real quick. The eyeballs. I'm going to use some triple thick. And we're just going to dab on the eyeball. Just the eyeball part right now. Okay. Whoops. This one just on the eyeball part, the iris, okay? Okay. And anybody that might be popping in that didn't see our Hannah, let me just show you really quick. Well, it's going to be hard to see because it's such a close-up. This is what I made. She's in my shop. That's the eyeball. Pretty awesome. You can find her at creepyholidaystuff.com. This eyeball I'm going to be putting in a head's mouth, so we'll see how that looks. Okay, so what I do is get a little cotton ball, something sharp and pokey, and we're just going to take a strand of the cotton. Whoops, that one just kind of fell apart. That'll still work though. And you only need this, well, I mean, I was going to say if you're going to have it like hanging out of an eyeball socket or something, but I guess you can have them hanging out of anything. I don't know. Just depends on what you use the eyeball for. Cut me off so much easier. Okay. Usually the cotton is wrapped, so you can just kind of pull it and unwrap. It usually wraps. This cotton ball is not cooperating. And I only need 3, so. And you don't want it to be too thick. Okay, so I'm just gonna lay it in there. Actually, I'm gonna use a paintbrush and just dab it. Make sure you got enough water. Okay. The thinner the better. Big ones do look good though. They do show up quite well. Dang it. Just kind of roll it in that red. Then I just hang it over to dry. Oh wait, you know what I was thinking? I was getting so confused when I was telling you about you only need these if you're hanging. I was talking about the back of the eyeball. I don't know why I got confused. These are the strands right here of the cotton. These are thicker strands that I attached to make it look like that's what's connected to the eyeball. Those are the things that you may not need to use. It just depends on what you use the eye for. I got confused. You definitely want these. You want these to look like veins on the eyeball itself. Just kind of stretch it out so it's long and skinny. All right, so this is what we do next. We're going to take some triple thick. Let's grab this eyeball, and we're going to get it on here. Remember, you can make your your eye as bloodshot as you want. I'm just kind of this one I think is a little too long, so I'm going to cut it. Now I'm going to have scissors that are being stupid. Hold on. Oh, what the heck? Wow, that was dumb. You can also use Eileen's Clear Gel Tacky Glue doing these veins. But you see how really bloodshot it is? This one's got a little too much. But you could see where thinner, you know, thinner would look better. What am I doing? This. We'll put a little right here. Stick it right there. Okay, very bloodshot. Very, very bloodshot. This one. one was thinner. Remember, you want to try to keep it thin. Come on, get off my finger. Damn it. That one's really thick. I want just a little skinny one. Make sure you kind of curve them around as well. Then you just want to let them dry. When they're fully dry, you could go back in and do a full coat, like this one. And we could do another coat over. Just go over it for any of the areas of the veins that might not have stuck well, you know. Then an extra nice glaze over the eyeball itself. This one's long. But there you go. Oh gosh, thank God that wasn't full. That was still everywhere. Now, I'm not going to make them. I'll just tell you. The part that, if you're going to make them coming out of an eyeball, you're going to use the cotton again. You know, you're just going to have a little bit thicker strands. Maybe like that, just kind of thick. Like this. And then I use hot glue, like I showed you with Horrific Hannah. You just use some hot glue and glue it. I did 3. I glued to the eyeball, and then in there I have a little toothpick, piece of a toothpick holding the eyeball to the hole I created, and then I had the strands go up into the toothpick, and then of course painted around it. It's kind of creepy but cool. So that is how we make creepy eyeballs, and you can make different colors. This one's green, this one is bluish, that's hazelish, but nice and bloodshot perfect for a horror prop, or so many different ideas you can do with these things. I had a lady say you can get a frame and put him in the frame like the eyeballs are looking at you. I'm going to put him, try maybe putting him on a skeleton's hands for fingertips, using that one in a mouth of a head. So a lot of ideas that I want to do. So we'll see. I'm sure you'll be seeing in the next week or so what I have and what I'll be using these for. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed and have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And if you commented and I didn't respond to the comment, I apologize. Sometimes Facebook gives me trouble seeing the comments. So, all right, thank you. Bye-bye.